Hey everyone, this is Dhruvin and I welcome you all to my Microsoft Dataverse for Teams step-by-step series. You are watching 7th part of this series, and in this session we are going to talk about interesting facts about Dataverse for Teams, and we will be talking about some licensing option for Dataverse for Teams. So now let's get started. In the 1 to 6 part of this series, we have discussed about how we can create our Power Apps in Teams and how we can publish and distribute among the group of user. Now, let's revise few things and then we'll discuss about the licensing part. The first important thing is that for Dataverse for team, per individual team, one new environment will be created for Dataverse. Now, one-to-one mapping is there in between teams and its environment. Let me show you with the help of example. We already discussed this thing in the earlier part, but let's revise once again. So here you can see that we have created Microsoft Dataverse YouTube team, and for that particular individual team we have a separate environment for that, and we would be able to store our Power Apps, Power Virtual Agent and Power Automate everything within that particular environment. Now this is the environment for that particular team. So all the resources will be stored here. When you click on Power Apps, this will show all the Power Apps that has been created for that particular team. So you will be able to see the listing over here like this. Here you can see that per individual team a separate environment is being created here. Now second important thing is that it will support Dataverse for team environment up to 500 team. So up to 500 team it will create separate environment over here. Now third thing is that what is the size for this additional capacity that has been provided to this environment. So at this moment 2 gigs per environment capacity is being provided here. So let's say for an example, if we go to the Microsoft Teams section from the capacity here, and if we check this particular team, so it is showing 2 gigs of additional storage, and at this moment 512 MB of 2 GB is being used. Now let's say for an example, what happen if I reach up to 2 gigs of capacity over here? Can I upgrade that capacity? The answer is yes. We can upgrade this Dataverse for Teams environment as Microsoft Dataverse environment. But let me tell you one thing, this upgradation capacity is no longer available at this moment. So at this moment when I'm preparing this video it is not available, but in future if this facility will be available, I will be providing the step-by-step procedure to how we can upgrade our environment from Microsoft Dataverse for Teams to Microsoft Dataverse. We will be discussing about that thing once it is available, and the video will be available into the same playlist, so don't forget to bookmark this playlist over here. Now for this particular upgradation environment, Microsoft provided some important facts, so let me explain you about those facts in detail over here. So the first important fact is that at this moment what happen here is per team one environment is associated, so one to one mapping is there. But whenever we upgrade this environment, earlier team's environment will no longer be tied with the life cycle of that team. So what happen here is if we delete the team, even if the environment will still remain. Now at this moment for the existing stuff that we are building at this moment, what happen here is if we delete the team, then all the Power Apps, Power Virtual Agents and Power Automate that we have created into that Teams environment will be removed because one-to-one mapping is there. But if we upgrade the environment, that mapping will no longer be there, and we can, even if we delete the team, the environment will still be there. Second thing is that at this moment, we do not need any additional licensing in order to use Dataverse for Teams for Power Apps, Power Virtual Agent and Power Automate. Now, if we upgrade the environment, then what happen here is the user will need Microsoft Power Platform license to be assigned. Third thing is that at this moment The app that we have created for Dataverse of team can only be accessed from the teams. We cannot access from outside the team. But if we upgrade the environment, we can access those apps from outside the teams as well. Fourth important thing is that if we upgrade the environment, then what happen here is the upgraded environment capacity will start counting against tenant's Dataverse capacity. So let's say if your tenant's Dataverse capacity is 4 gigs, so everything will be calculated from that particular Dataverse capacity. So these are some interesting facts about Dataverse for teams that we need to consider. Now let's move forward with the licensing part. So which type of licensing do we need in order to use Dataverse for Teams? So Dataverse for Teams will be available as a part of select Microsoft 365 subscription with Power Platform and Teams capability, excluding plan for US governments and EDU A1 and SUB SQS. So let me simplify this term. So in short, we do not need any additional licensing in order to use Dataverse for Teams. If you have any existing Microsoft 365 subscription like E3 license or E5 license, then you will be able to use Dataverse for Teams without any additional cost. Now, Dataverse for Teams plan is excluded from this particular three environments: US government environments, EDU A1 and SUB SQS. Now one important thing, the power apps that we are creating for Dataverse for Teams can only be accessed from the Teams and Teams mobile application. It can be not used outside from the Teams. If we upgrade the environment, then definitely we can use, but without upgradation we can't use. Third important thing is that there is no such limitation for inviting external users inside the teams in order to use Dataverse for Teams Power Apps, Power Virtual Agents and Power Automate. I prepared a separate video for external user access for Dataverse for Teams in the sixth part of this series, so make sure you check that thing so you will be getting a better idea. External users won't be allowed to install, make or edit apps. They can only discover and run apps in their team. So these are some important facts and licensing points that we need to consider in order to use Dataverse for Teams. Hope this video helps you. If you have any question related to this topic, you can add your question in the comment section. If you are for the first time to my channel, make sure you hit subscribe and press the bell notification to never miss any updates from my channel. Stay tuned with me on Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter. If you are for the first time to my channel and if you want to receive daily notification about all my new updates, then click on this link. It will be redirecting you to this form. Fill the form and you will be receiving daily notification about all my new videos on your WhatsApp number. Also, if you wish to listen different Power Platform related podcasts, just click on this link. It will be redirecting you to this particular page. From here, you can listen different Power Platform related podcasts on your favorite podcast platform like Apple Podcast, Google Podcast and Spotify and much more. Also, if I am uploading new Power Platform related video every day on my YouTube channel, so don't forget to subscribe my channel. This is Dhruvin signing off. See you in the next session. Have a great day. Goodbye.